Our portion this week discusses all aspects of creation as we begin the reading of the Torah anew. From the first day of creation, when God brought light into being, to then thereafter vegetation, animal kingdom, and ultimately man himself. And we all know the story very well. Adam and Eve are sitting in their garden, living it up with paradise at their fingertips, quite literally. God comes along and says, just this one tree. Don't eat from it. Everything else that you want is there. It's ripe for the picking. Have you ever considered what really is the enormity of the sin that brought so much devastation upon them? I mean, sure, God said don't, but there are so many things that God says don't, which we ultimately do anyway. I actually think that the sin that they committed is one of bigger dynamics within the broader enormity of the sin of ungratefulness. You see, Adam had everything. Literally, he had the world at his fingertips. One tree, that's the only thing he didn't have. One restriction, one limitation, and by eating from it, he simply demonstrates how he took everything else for granted, how he didn't appreciate all that he had. And even more so, to add insult to injury, he found his perfect soulmate in Eve. She was the perfect spouse. She was beautiful in every which way. She gave him love, she gave him warmth, she gave him companionship. No sooner does God challenge him about eating from the tree and his instinctive response is, she made me do it. He points the finger of blame. Really? You need to shift the blame? You can't man up and take responsibility for your own actions? You know, in the whole story of creation, every day it says that God saw that it was good. In but only one instance it says that God saw that it was not good. It was not good for man to be alone. I will create for him a helpmate. I'll give him a partner who will fulfill him, who will make him complete. And then when one thing goes wrong, like many a good Jewish husband, it's your fault. He immediately points the finger of blame at that one person who gave him what he lacked, who brought him enduring bliss. Think of a person who was there for you. Even if it was many years ago, maybe as a child, as a teenager, or as a young adult, have you shown that person gratitude? Did you say, thank you? This compelling ungraciousness that is demonstrated by Adam is what results in him being taken from paradise. Because when you do not appreciate what's given to you, then you will invariably not treat it appropriately, properly. And then as a result, you're likely to abuse it, as a result of which you'll end up losing it. Appreciation is like yeast, lifting the ordinary to the extraordinary. And when you show it to others, then you become appreciated more yourself. In relation to others, showing appreciation is good manners. In relation to oneself, it's a habit of the heart and a spiritual discipline. With gratitude, Adam and Eve might have been able to preserve their paradise because the miracle of gratitude is such that it shifts your perception to such an extent that it literally changes the world around you and the way that you see it. It's a powerful process for shifting your energy and bringing more of what you want into your life. Be grateful for what you already have, and you will invariably attract more good things. And so whether with man or maker, the only prayer you ever say in your life is thank you. That would suffice. The story of Adam and Eve teaches us that gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Move through your day-to-day life with a sense of appreciation and gratitude that comes from knowing how fortunate you truly are, and frankly, how unearned all that you will have really is. To have that perspective in your everyday experience enables you to lead a blessed existence, feeling graced every single time. That's how we can experience our own paradise in our own world with our own loved ones. May we all learn and endeavor and strive for this, to make the world a better place it was always intended to be. Shabbat Shalom.